The most exciting thing as a jockey lining up at the start of the Grand National.
So they'll move forward, then they will be brought to a stop. Keep everything crossed. Richard.
So they're lining forward. Glenn Gooley was a little bit ahead of them. So this is where we walk up, and he's let them go. So we're off and racing first time up. As they head towards the first of 30. Nasalam's one of those up there early. Galvin's red cap towards the inside, Vanillier, and also the white cap. At the back, Mr. Incredible was slow away and is rousted along. Late night pass towards the outside with Farouk Delaine. They leave the ground for the first time. Here's Mike Johnson.
And the leader was Glenn Gooley as they went over the first. And Corrick Rambler has unseated his rider. Corrick Rambler is down at the first fence in the Grand National. They're going then on towards fence number 2, and it is Glenn Gooley who's got the lead. Eldorado Allen on the inside. Nasalan is right up there as well, with Foxy Jacks towards the outside as they go over fence number 2. At the back of the field, it is Mr. Incredible who is the back marker. Statler also towards the rear of the field. The third is the Big Ditch, and it will be Glenn Gooley who is the leader, to Foxy Jacks on the outside in second. All of them have got over the open ditch safely. Noble Yates being pushed along at the back of the field on the outside, outpaced in the early stages as they go over fence number 4. Glenn Gooley was the leader, to Foxy Jacks who took it in second. They're going now on towards fence number 5 and Stuart Machin.
So Foxy Jacks in the dark blue with Glenn Gooley towards the near side, Manila Crooner in the black and white. In behind horses, Farouk Delaine with the white cap. The first, the greys, Eldorado Allen as they take the fifth through Manila Indo in a maroon jacket. And then Nasalam being followed by Statler and Kitty's Light and Late Night passes out wide. I Am Maximus is held up towards the inner. Closing down and on beaches for the first time. The first of the real iconic fences in the National. It's Glenn Gooley over Foxy Jacks, the leading pair just ahead of Manila Crooner. Eldorado Allen is towards the inside of Manila Indo. And then Farouk Delaine and Late Night Pass as they make their way towards Foynaven. Led by Glenn Gooley from Foxy Jacks, Manila Crooner in the black and white, Eldorado Allen the grey, then Manila Indo. Farouk Delaine is racing out wide from Nasalam. Vanillier, another of the greys, is tucked away in behind I Am Maximus as Glenn Gooley leads them towards the canal turn. A couple of lengths clear over Foxy Jacks, Manila Crooner, Eldorado Allen, Manila Indo. Bad mistake by Delta Work in midfield. Limerick Lace made a terrible mistake, knocked her back through the field. Statler is last of those still going, a long way behind Noble Yates as they clear out over Valentine's, and we rejoin Mark with Statler being pulled up.
And so does Glenn Gooley, and on the inside Foxy Jacks with the first 2, and then on the wide outside Manila Crooner. The first of the greys is Eldorado Allen. The second of the greys towards the inside is Coco Beach, who is now creeping a little closer. Farouk Delaine was next, followed by Manila Indo, and then Delta Work. He's been there followed on the inside by I Am Maximus. Now Noble Yates has dropped back to the last 2 in the field. Marla Mission also towards the rear as they go over the next fence, and it was Glenn Gooley who had the lead. Another mistake at the back of the field by Limerick Lace. Her jumping is really letting her down as they race on now towards the final fence on this section of the course before they rejoin the race course proper. Glenn Gooley was the leader, to Foxy Jacks who took it in second position. A very bad mistake there by Ekrat de Ria towards the inside in the last third of the field. So over the Anchor Bridge crossing they go, and it's Glenn Gooley who's keen but has the lead over Foxy Jacks, who is racing in second position. Towards the outside, Manila Crooner is in third. Eldorado Allen, the first of greys, in fourth position. He's then being followed by Farouk Delaine. After Farouk Delaine is Galia de Leto. Then Late Night Pass races towards the outside. Coco Beach being shuffled back with Nasalan and Manila Indo for company, and then Kitty's Light, who is creeping a little bit closer as now they link up with the main course, and back to the grandstand of Richard Oils.
So out of the lead, Glenn Gooley leads the National from Foxy Jacks. Eldorado Allen best placed at the greys with Manila Crooner out wide. Galia de Leto follows these with Farouk Delaine. Manila Indo traps in about 7th or 8th, just ahead of Galvin. Nasalam's white face in midfield from the Goffer. Kitty's Light Late Night Pass towards the outside with Adamantly Chosen as they take the first of the fences up the home straight. Wild Marge gave it a belt, but very few are knocked with the field at the moment as they race now towards the next with Glenn Gooley at the one before the chair. Glenn Gooley in red and white leads the National from Manila Crooner. Adamantly Chosen out wide with Eldorado Allen as they all step over that. Noble Yates still towards the back with Mr. Incredible, and also towards the back Limerick Lace at this stage as they now make their way towards the chair, and led by Glenn Gooley. Glenn Gooley out in the lead from Late Night Pass Manila Crooner towards the inside Foxy Jacks, Eldorado Allen, Manila Indo just behind them with Kitty's Light as we reach the chair. And once again, all the whole field were nearly over, and then right at the back, the 2 that came down were Mr. Incredible and Marla's Mission. Mr. Incredible and Marla Mission both out at the chair as Glenn Gooley leads them over the water jump. Glenn Gooley from El Dorado, LA. There's a lot of them setting out on this final circuit. Foxy Jacks comes next, Manila Kruger in fourth. Behind these Farouk Delaine with one wide and late night pass. Kitties like Gallia de Leto. Delta Work just hunting along in midfield on the outside of I Am Maximus, who's mid-division on the rail. Galvin from 8 down a shape. Vanillier comes next. Cladoria racing on the inside. A meeting of the waters as they make their way down the side of the racecourse. Still towards the back is Limerick Lace at the back, and in company as well with towards the back Mac Totti, who is just about last, and those that are still going, but there's an awful lot that are as they set out on their second circuit. Glenn Gooley, late night pass, Manila Kruger and Foxy Jacks are the first now to rise up their second circuit. Here's Mark.
And 28 of them set out on the second circuit of the Randox Grandnational, with on the inside El Dorado Allen and Glenn Gooley, who's always been prominent. Then Manila Indo with Coco Beach scraping paint right on the inside and being followed into the race by I Am Maximus as they go over the second of the fences on the run down towards Beaches Brook. Mac Totti now in danger of being tailed off at the back of the field. So too Limerick Lakes, who haven't jumped very well, and they're now going on towards the open ditch with Foxy Jacks, Glenn Gooley and El Dorado Allen the leaders. Foxy Jacks hit that one very, very hard, and Clapneria also took that fence with him. He hit it very hard indeed. On now towards the next plane, while it will be Glenn Gooley who's got the lead. To late night pass, improving towards the wide outside. El Dorado Allen on the inner as they now make the run down towards Beaches for the second time, and back to Stewart.
And Mac Totti is last of those still going, with Noble Yates in the brown and orange a long way back with their Cladoria and Limerick Lace, and also Vanillier. Over fence 21, Glenn Gooley in the centre over in front. Mac Totti has now been pulled up. He'd been struggling for a while. So Glenn Gooley leading them down towards Beaches second time to late night pass up on the outside under Gina Andrews, and then Manila Kruger, Kitty's Light with the red sleeves towards the right of the picture, then El Dorado Allen the grey from Manila Indo rising at Beaches for the second time. Limerick Lace is towards the back of the field. Still a bad mistake from Noble Yates. He was well picked up off his nose. Ain't That a Shame is back in midfield as they make their way around now towards Foynaven, and El Dorado Allen has taken over at Foynaven with Gallia de Leto, the yellow sleeves and cap, getting closer. Glenn Gooley is still there with late night pass on the outer as they close it on the Canal Turbo. Then Manila Kruger, Manila Indo towards the inside of those races, the grey Coco Beach, then Kitty's Light, Galvin over in midfield. Last one over Farouk Delaine, they're heading towards Valentine's, and it's El Dorado Allen to late night pass, Glenn Gooley, Manila Indo and Gallia de Leto with the grey Coco Beach on the inner, and we rejoin Mark.
Very bad mistake at that fence by Panda Boy, who's now tailed off. Farouk Delaine is also tailed off, and so too is Foxy Jacks. They have got 5 more fences to take in the Grand National. On the inside, El Dorado Allen was the leader. Farouk Delaine has been pulled up before that fence with late night pass towards the outside. Gallia de Leto is racing between them now in third on the outside, making ground Wandage alongside Kitty's Light, and then Manila Indo as they go over the fourth from home, which is the final open ditch at which Glenn Gooley has unseated the rider. So 3 more fences to take. Gallia Leto, the mare in the centre with late night pass towards the outside. On the inner, El Dorado Allen, Kitty's Light, and then Delta Work, who is improving. Also being followed then by Coco Beach towards the inside. The Gotha in the red and blue making ground towards the outside, together with Meeting of the Waters as they go over the Melling Road for the final time inside the final half mile. And it's late night pass on the outside. On the inner is Gallia de Leto. Between those it's Kitty's Light. Those are the first 3. And now the conclusion of the Randox Grandnational with Richard Hoyles.
For many, the dream still burns brightly here. They're well bunched. Gallia de Leto with late night pass. Delta Work on the inside of Manila Indo. Then Kitty's Light. The white cap on the inside of I Am Maximus. Galvin Barmage. Then the Gotha creeping into it towards the outside. Meeting of the Waters in the quarter cap. Ain't That a Shame gave David Maxwell a great spin. Limerick Lace comes next as Capadano begins to back out of it. They're approaching the second last in the National. Gallia de Leto in company with late night pass. Manila Indo amongst horses. Kitty's Light towards the outside now begins to stake his claim, and also on their heels is Meeting of the Waters. Delta Work towards the right hand side in the blue cap. The last in the National. Manila Indo and Delta Work are the leaders, from Kitty's Light in third. Late night pass then towards the inside. I Am Maximus. Galvin comes next as they race towards the elbow. Manila Indo, the loose horse, forcing them to the left hand side and causing problems. Manila Indo has the lead from Delta Work. In third place and ridden along is I Am Maximus, who's now out after the leader. I Am Maximus for Paul Townend, close past Manila Indo. Delta Work, Galvin and Kitty's Light, but up towards the line it is I Am Maximus who leads home the Gladiators for Paul Townend and Willie Mully. Music ahead of, in 7th place, Beating of the Waters. Gallia de Leto got home.